Let's find a little spot I could kind of. Good morning to everybody out there in YouTube land. We made it to St. Louis. Have a nice cup of coffee, relax, have a good conversation, and give thanks for the page turning. Give thanks to James and his amazing wife for inviting me into their home and helping me find a sense of peace through the struggle. Come on here and do our due diligence and give thanks for the gifts around us. Give thanks for the moment that I found myself in, and give thanks for the struggle that is passing. Jesse, it's good to see you. How you doing this morning, Jesse? As always, it's a blessing to have you in. I hope you're doing well. We found our way to James' house. We're in one piece, and we did not get diddled. Right? It's funny how serendipitous the world is. It's an interesting place to be, but it's an interesting moment to be in. But it screams how valuable it is to take the leap. You know how essential it is to take that leap and to move forward, knowing that the page will turn. If you're struggling out there today, I know you got your friend with you. Maybe your friend went home already, Jesse. I'm going to just have the day off. Let's see if I can't set that a little bit. Whatever. Day off. My Hyundai car is shopped, being fixed. Well, yeah. Well, there's your sign to take some time and relax. Me and James are talking about doing a few different things today, hanging out, checking out St. Louis. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to be up to, though. Without expectations. That's what I'm doing. And drop the expectations. Find a sense of appreciation and hope. Feeling at peace knowing that the page has finally turned. Feeling blessed to be around friends and have a cup of coffee with you guys this morning. We're still sitting at a couple $100 for the DoorDash fund, the traveling fund. Thinking about maybe doing some DoorDashing here in St. Louis. It looks like it's a good neighborhood to do so in. And sometimes you can visit me in my apartment. When I get back, I'd love to have another cup of coffee with you there. Double tap that screen, Jesse, and stick with the adventure. Yeah, a little bit early this morning, I think, compared to usual, but I slept well last night. Hopefully we get some of our regulars in here. I hope Ellie's doing all right. She's been around for a while, pretty consistently. We got some really good fur buddies chilling with us this morning, huh? He reminds me of the guy from Fraggle Rock, and then there's another little chunky buddy over there. I forget their names. What were their names again, James?
Stan, Ruby, and Rufus.
Stan, Ruby, and Rufus. This one's Stan, I believe. Oh, Stan.
Stan's the big boy.
Dan's the big one. He's my buddy. Oh, Stan. It's Stan, Rufus, and the little Mexican. But yeah, I feel blessed today. Welcome in, everybody. Reflecting on the page turning, reflecting on how beautiful it can be at times when you take that leap. I'm glad I took the leap. I'm glad I didn't allow fear to cause me to hesitate. We're here in this moment together because I took that leap, because I had $100 in my account in a DoorDash fund, and I decided not to allow the fear of what could be to stop me from coming and seeing a friend here in St. Louis. I live in North Star Apartments. Yeah, you're not too far from where we met, Jesse, right? Sometimes you can. Let's let that survey. Make sure everybody out there. Q&A. Our usual. Are you okay? We're done there. Poochle-doo, zooply-dee, doopy-doo. I hope you guys are all doing well out there today, as I am feeling good. Bit, how's it going, Bit? Thank you for commenting. Thank you for jumping in the conversation. I hope you're doing well. Welcome in. I don't recognize your name, but hope you decide to become a member of the Turtle Herd. We're chilling here with some new buddies. This chunky little guy here. James's sweet dogs. Does he not remind you of the dog from Fraggle Rock? What was the other thing he said he looked like? I forget. You were saying something.
Married with children.
Married with children. He does look a bit like that. I think that dog was maybe a little browner, but
Yeah.
but yeah. Welcome into St. Louis. Welcome into the shit show that is my life. That feels like a blessing beyond belief this morning. There's something about sleeping in a house where you feel welcome and on a nice soft bed, feeling safe and you know, and connected. That's a big thing. You know, if you're not connected out there, if you're feeling alone and broken, you're not alone. You know, this is something that we address here head on. And yeah, Liverpool. All right, so you're not that far from where we met, Jesse. Bit. How are you doing this morning? You finding the way through? Hope, inspiration, love, appreciation, respect for yourself? Are you struggling? There's a million ways today you can go. It all depends on how you're gonna manifest the destiny in your life. How are you gonna manifest reality? You're gonna push forward and make it positive. You're gonna realize that the page is gonna turn, good, bad, or indifferent. You're gonna find yourself in a new place by saying yes to life, as I have, feeling blessed and overwhelmed with the flow of life, right? A little anxious, a little new, a little different, right? But the boat's rocking. We're going somewhere. We're on our way. My friend left yesterday. Well, here's to you, Jesse, and your friend. I hope you guys had a good weekend. It was his birthday, so another happy birthday to James. He had the coolest. He had the coolest birthday party. He was showing me pictures. A Mad Hatter themed birthday party. But yeah, take the lead today. Good, bad, or indifferent, and things will change. Stuff will happen. Hey, I need to go get my glasses. I think. HJ, I think it says. God, I need those glasses. Bill, they are in my car. I'll go grab them. They can walk out. Getting old. An old dog. An old dog. I'll grab my glasses so I can read your guys' comments and we can finish our conversation or continue it. Such a blessed day. Beautiful neighborhood here in St. Louis. On my wildest expectations because I took the leap today. You know, I might not have really believed that the page will turn because it can be rough sometimes, but here we are together in a new place, doing new things, and yeah, feeling blessed and grateful for what is. Whoa. Making put the old glasses on. There's our other sweet little buddy. There he is. What's up, sweet pup? Anyway. Let me sit here for a little bit. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Get my stuff together. Oh, thanks, brother. I appreciate the kind and open nature. All right, here we go. All right. Tell me how to cat and girl cat. I don't know what you're asking, Jesse. I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about, Jess. You got two cats, Bill. Welcome in, Bill Clinton. It's a weird flex nowadays, I suppose, but welcome in. Whew, finding a sense of peace with this understanding that the page will turn. Trying to reach out and express to anybody out there who may be struggling that the page will turn. As it's turned for me in this moment. I'm still struggling a bit with the anxiousness. Last night was a little bit anxious. Yesterday was an anxious day. Doing something new, doing something different isn't always gonna, you know, I don't know, something inspirational and quotable insert here, I guess. Please express yourself, extend the conversation. How are you doing today? Laura Wilkins. Just what we wanted to see. How you doing, Laura? Turning the page today, giving thanks for what is, and I'm glad you made it in this morning. Here at James's house in St. Louis, taking the leap and giving thanks to a God of my understanding for being exactly where I need to be, despite where I've been in the past, and where a lot of us tend to end up, and where I probably will be again. Awesome. How was your trip to Florida, Laura? Was your adventure epic and free? Did you find a sense of peace? I hope you and Chris had a chance to connect and allow the page to turn and move forward in a positive, peaceful way. Yeah, I'm not sure. Warm and wonderful. Good to hear. Had a couple of pretty warm days the last few days, doing some door dashing in about 60-degree weather, which was amazing. Enjoying a good cup of coffee with my, I didn't say new buddy James. We've known each other for a couple of years. But
It's weird.
it is a weird thing, brother. It's different, man. It's different. But you gotta say yes to life for things to be different.
I've never known someone so long and never met him.
I never heard James's voice until yesterday. It's a crazy thing. Tell your friend I have 2 cats. Okay, Jesse says she has 2 cats. That's what Jesse was talking about. James says hello, Jesse. But yeah, Laura, James and his wife have been amazingly accommodating and exceeded my wildest expectations for comfort and acceptance. My own comfy bed, my own comfy room. You know, we didn't, no expectations. We kind of just relaxed last night and watched some movies, and now we're just enjoying a cup of coffee. Figured I'd jump on here and get you guys caught up. I hope Ellie's doing all right. Maybe I just jumped on a little bit too early. She's usually in chatting. I hope everybody else out there is doing okay. Please answer the question. Yes, no, or maybe. It's all acceptable. Whatever you are, whatever you feel is okay in this moment. Whoever you strive to be is obtainable, you know, whether you believe it or not. I'm starting my day realizing that in a clearer, more precise way than I've realized that in a long time. And I want to share that medicine. That it's possible to move forward through the darkness and through the fear, that there's freedom on the other side of the fear, that there's a way to gather strength from that fear and pain in that dark place you found yourself in. That doesn't mean that you won't be there again. It doesn't mean that times won't become overwhelming and you won't lose it all and be stuck in that place. What it means is that you're strong enough now to try to be a bit more compassionate because of the struggle you've gone through. My stepfather's birthday is coming up in March 26th, but he's up in heaven. That's hard to talk about. Well, Jesse, as always, it's a blessing that you express yourself. Birthdays for the ones that have gone on their journey can be a struggle. I'm glad that you're here expressing yourself. I'm really feel blessed that you're part of the turtle herd. Laura, Jesse, thanks for coming in today. It's a little different sitting here and actually be able to have a conversation with James and not having him in the chat down there, but and he's a little camera shy, so we're not going to push it on him, but he says hello and spreads his love to everybody out there in YouTube land. You know, it's yeah, that's it. Slow and steady, one step at a time, reflecting on life and its beauty despite the pain and struggle we find ourselves drudging through at times. If I could hold on to that understanding, I can manifest a beautiful world around me continuously. I don't know if that's completely possible. In this moment, it feels possible, but I know through experience that feeling is fleeting, that at times it will be impossible to hold on to. But when I'm in my right mind, I realize that pain means more than anything could ever mean. It allows me to have empathy. It allows me to gather the strength that I have to continuously grow this community of love and appreciation. Out there in YouTube land, like, share, subscribe, join the turtle herd. You know, slow and steady, we weather the burden together. And I say that wholeheartedly. Help you, help me take the steps of positivity and hope that'll bring us back from that place of desperate longing and broken dreams. Beautiful piece of advice I was given just a couple days ago is to follow through the decisions you make in a positive mind, you know. Laura says, thank you, James, for being there for me. I'm sure that's what she means. Laura's, we spoke a little bit about Laura and Chris. Laura and Chris were the ones that financed me the car that I'm driving, and the great friends that take care of me in New York that I've been blessed to be reconnected with. She feels grateful and appreciative that you're here and part of what's going on. And I feel blessed beyond words in this moment. I want to express that.
Steps, you know?
That's it.
It took a while to get here.
It's been a couple of years, man, but everything takes time. Everything good takes time. Yeah. I was hoping we'd see Tree Farmer this morning too, but said it's only been 15 minutes. Let's slow down, take our time. the normal crew will hopefully pop in. I'm a little bit early. I got to start sending out notifications too, so that we can get our core group of
Yeah, you're gonna
conversationalists.
So New York is what, 9 o'clock?
Oh, wow. Yeah, you guys are ahead. Laura, what time is it right now out there? Crankenstein. Crank says, ask James if he got honey bunches of oats. Yeah, you want some honey bunches of oats?
Yeah, I ate them already.
He said he ate them already, Crank. You know, it's funny. Me and James were having a conversation last night, and I told him straight up, I was like, you and Crank would get along perfectly. You guys are both just the perfect mixture of empathy and jackass. It's great. It's funny how worlds apart you guys could be in certain ways, and how similar you guys are, and how you guys we found this place together of open, honest communication. You've become what you've become for this group and this community that we've developed, and I feel blessed in this moment, giving thanks to God of your understanding for being where I'm at, giving thanks to Creator for where I'm at in this moment. The earth beneath my feet and the wind upon my face, the four directions and the beauty in this world that is magnified through the darkness, right? The purpose in the pain. Reflect on that while you're in your right mind as well, so that when you are struggling, you hopefully won't get so overwhelmed with the fire, right? You won't be so overwhelmed with the heaviness of the world that you let go of this place. I implore you to hold on out there. If you got someone who's struggling, call 988. As always, we're here to back you up if you need a hand. We're here to be a sounding board to help you reflect and find appreciation and hope. And to the best of my ability. Did you hear 4 kittens? Laura had 4 kittens. Good for you, Laura. That's awesome. They were born while you were gone. I did not hear. I haven't talked to Chris. I got a text message from him this morning. Jesse, you wouldn't have to be looking for another kitty, would you, Jesse? I think Laura is not too far from you, and she'll be looking to get rid of some kitties if you know anybody who needs some cats. Unless you're trying to, I don't know if Chris is letting you keep all 4, Laura. I don't think that's a thing. It's 8:39 here in Liverpool. Yeah, it's 7:39 here, so we are a little bit behind you. So maybe we are pretty much right on time. It's hopefully we'll start seeing some more of our compadres pop in here. But without expectations, man. I got a little overwhelmed for a while with what this thing is too, and the expectations I put on it. Right, these numbers that I allow to reflect my value. Part of what I'm realizing in the moment that these numbers don't mean shit. What matters is the connections that we derive from this place. And Crank, an amazing friend, and one of our co-hosts here, and James, our other co-host and monitor, and Scott W. we haven't seen in a while, but sending love, and MD, in her journey, we send love and respect to her. These connections that we make in this way that I never thought was possible is a blessing. I've made some friends here that have changed my life. Look where I'm at. I'm in St. Louis right now in a beautiful home.
You keep playing with the ray guns.
I did, yeah. He's got some cool toys down there too. He's got some ray guns and a giant alien. The coolest man cave you probably ever seen. Crank, you'd love it, man. You'd absolutely love it. We are going to start talking a little bit about the Rock the Bluff in Murham, Indiana. That's going to be a conversation coming up as we travel as well. 5 months away. It's not till like the end of July, but it's only a couple hours away from here. And Rock the Bluff is going to be absolutely amazing. Something that Rob from Misled Utopia, my brother, is organizing that we'd love to have you be a part of. We could come and physically get together, listen to some good rock music. Willie Nelson's granddaughter just signed with Rob to be the headliner, and a bunch of other amazing bands along with Misled Utopia. And Laura, plant the seed with Chris now. You guys are coming. There's no maybe we could do like have you guys run a little prayer circle Sunday morning or something like that. It's a camping weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, in Murham, Indiana, and you guys are coming. You guys aren't getting an option on that. We need someone to run a prayer circle on Sunday morning. So all my boys who have been to St. Louis say it's despairing. What do you think of it so far? It's beautiful where I'm at. James lives not too far from Queenie Park.
Someone help pick them out.
Oh my God, some of these mansions right up the road would blow your mind. It's absolutely crazy. You were driving by these places, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I can feel comfortable sleeping in some of these places, but yeah, and not that James doesn't have an amazing place here. This place is absolutely beautiful too. Probably, at this day and age with the price of homes, it's definitely, not a cheap place. It's beautiful, it's spacious, it's an amazing home. But you go right up the road and it's like mansions. You're like, these aren't even houses. Like but this area in St. Louis is just beautiful, and got James cruises around in his MX-5, and he's got all his cool toys, but yeah, so far it seems like and I drove through St. Louis. The arch looked cool. I heard you can go up inside that. I didn't realize till recently you can go inside that St. Louis arch, right? That's like a thing. So I've been told. Maybe we go check out the inside of that arch. That'd be something to do.
We'll take the beyond downtown.
All right, yeah, we'll go downtown and do some, check out what's going on. Maybe have a little brekkie.
Film footage at that thing you wanted to see that.
There's another thing in St. Louis I've been told to check out, the museum, the city museum. I've been told is pretty awesome. James is trying to inspire me to get back into making shorts. We chatted a little bit about that last night. I know I've been in a lost place for a while, and it's been over a year since I've really been dedicated to making shorts. And now that I'm doing something worth kind of, documenting with this travel, this adventure from New York to California on $100, whether you believe I'll make it or not, follow the adventure. But I'm determined, and we're already at 200. So it's been 4 days, and, I've already found myself in St. Louis chilling with an amazing friend. Vac, it's good to see you. How you doing this morning? All my boys have been to St. Louis. Oh, yeah, you said I just read that. But so far, St. Louis seems welcoming and inviting. Not too much experience. I'll be able to chat about that a little bit more tomorrow, how exactly St. Louis goes, and maybe I'll have some videos. So when I find the motivation, I can make some videos about St. Louis, as we did Pittsburgh a while back. There's some shorts when I visited Eleanor and Sonia that were pretty cool. But yeah, feeling motivated and rested for the first time in a long time. It's different sleeping in a house that feels like a home. James really made me feel at home through his opened arms. Him and his wife are amazing human beings. And that wouldn't have happened if I didn't take the leap. So I implore you out there to take the leap today. If you're struggling to make a decision, express here why you're struggling or what it is. If you don't know what to do, open up, man. Lean on somebody, if not here, somewhere else, so that you can make the decision you need to make to break the mold. Is it worth the boat rocking? I'd say so. I'm in a beautiful place, having another amazing adventure, feeling grounded beyond belief more than I've felt in a long time. Feeling at home in this moment in a way that's been hard to capture since I lost my brothers and father. And that place that is my home, this big open space that gets bigger and bigger, that consumes me because I get stuck in the routine of nothingness that drives me insane. Well, I took that leap, and I implore you to do the same. I implore you to take the leap out there today, brothers and sisters. I implore you to set down the phone. If you've been doom scrolling, I implore you to do something positive for yourself. Have a cup of coffee, drink a cup of water, and say yes to life in some way today, some small, minuscule way. Please join the conversation. Somebody say something. It's too early, too much coffee in my brain, and I would love to hear how you are all doing today. Vac, how you holding up? There, a Nader. What do you got going on today? I don't know if we ever chat about where you're from, brother, sister, mother. What do the major cities are you hitting on the way out? Pittsburgh rules. Pittsburgh does rule, by the way. It was amazing seeing Eleanor and Son there. Maybe we'll hit that on the way back again. They have a Mr. Rogers Memorial in Pittsburgh, which was pretty sweet. Anyway, I'm not... Randy sent me a couple places that I want to check out along the way. We're going to Miram, Indiana next. It's only a couple hours away. It's a little backtracking, but we're going to come see you, Sally, for a day. I got to get that seat out of the car. I didn't realize how much it would affect me being able to sleep. I'm like literally sleeping with my feet in the trunk and my head like laid. You like lay the seat down. There's a little 1/4 inch bump there. I'm like laying with my head on that with my body in the trunk. Like it's so uncomfortable. But I got to get that seat out. I didn't before I left because of frustration and hesitation. Morning. Glad you were with some friends. Lady J, yes, we love your face. Laura, are you putting on Bun Bun sticker? Do you have yeah, you got some Bun Bun stickers. Thanks for the reminder. If we're going to take James's vehicle, I'll grab some Bun Bun stickers and we'll find some cool places to stick some Bun Bun stickers in St. Louis. Maybe we'll, yeah. I've been playing the Bun Bun sticker game. It's a couple rest areas. I found a couple cool places to hide a couple Bun Bun stickers to hopefully invite people in. Doing well, Vax says, buddy. I'm from Jersey. I usually catch you during my period at school. I'm in high school history teacher. Oh, high school history teacher. It's soul crushing, brother. Vac, you're in the right place, man. I understand that today's theme is the page will turn, right? The page is turning today, brother. Give thanks for what you have and what you are and what you do. I'm sure there's at least one child out there that you've made a ridiculous impact on, despite how soul crushing your job is. I couldn't even imagine children nowadays. Children when I was a child, I probably would have shit all over you, made you feel like trash too, because I was in such pain handing that boulder of pain around, man. But yeah, brother, I'm thankful that you're out there teaching these young ones. Hopefully we can change the world together one small step at a time. You're doing amazing work out there, Vac. And you are in Jersey, right? That's not too far, brother. I'm determined to kind of make some more connections. Jesse, how is the rabbit doing? The rabbit Bun Bun's doing great, I guess. My sister's friend is stopping out with my sister, making sure he's fed and cared for. I think she gave me a good deal. Dropped her $100 for gas, getting back and forth for the next month, and she'll make sure that Bun Bun's fed and cared for. I think is a good thing. The teachers are the best. Thank you for pointing that out, Lady J. Thank you, Vac. It's yeah, Lady Songbird. You're getting a lot of love there, Vac. You are an amazing human being for taking on that weight of guiding our next generation. You got a couple young ones that come in and chat with us, and the ones that stick around here are good kids. I'm sure you got a few there that really appreciate what you bring to the table. I appreciate you being here, Vac. I appreciate you allowing me to find a way to center myself through these conversations. This group has helped me to drop the expectations that I hold on myself, even for what this is, Saint STL Garbage. What's up, STL? How you doing this morning? I don't recognize the name. You doing well? You doing okay? You holding up? We're talking about turning the page. We're talking about the page turning, whether we like it or not, good, bad, or indifferent. Today it's turning to a positive place. Giving thanks for the earth beneath my feet and the love that I'm surrounded by. My good buddy James here, and how he's opened his home to a stranger he met on the internet. Right? We've known each other for a couple of years, and he's become a valued member of the turtle herd here. But it's still a leap of faith to give your number out and to meet someone and invite you into their own home, despite the fact that I come on here and I'm openly me on a daily basis, good, bad, or indifferent. I'm sure that made it a little bit easier, but it's. Yeah, Crank, turn the page, not because the story was easy, but because you're brave enough to see what happens next. Thank you, Crank. That's an amazing quote. Yes, that's exactly what we're talking about today. Turning that page, man. Good, bad, or indifferent. Sometimes it's a beautiful day and you want to hold on to that moment forever, but it's going to pass, and other days stretch on for eternity and the darkness consumes us and we allow that to become our reality. And those are the days we need to take a small step forward, and we need to push forward and understand that our feelings are valid, but they can't control what we do forever. And in this moment, I realize that more than I've seen it in a long time, because I'm in such a beautiful, gracious place here with a good friend. I'm here with you having this conversation, you amazing human beings that decide to come in and express yourself. How are you, STL? I'm doing all right, brother, sister, mother, aunt, uncle. It's kind of again this form of communication is kind of hard. It's hard to remember everybody. It's hard to whatever. But James, there he is. He's in the chat now. He made it. Yes, I'm here at James's house. Oh, there I am over here I'm over here on the TV screen. Look at this. If you guys could, there we are. Oh, you can't even see it, but yeah, there we are right there. That's a little weird seeing myself on the screen, but Whatever. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, James, brother. It feels a little bit more normal having you down there than sitting right next to me too. I know. Yeah, no. It's nice, man. You got to help us. It is. It's crazy, but that's what James was saying last night. He's like, "You're like a TV star." I'm like, dude, I'm not. I'm not even considering myself a YouTuber. I'm just this guy that's trying to put out some positivity. I'm just this guy that's struggling to do his best to make connections. But yeah, Lady Songbird says hello, big waves, and thanks you as well for being a good friend there, James. Obviously, good, and thank you, Lady Songbird. I love your face. The Savages, my students, are about to come in, so I have to bolt. But have a good day. The Savages, I like that. Well, turn the volume down and stick it in your desk so that you could technically stick around if you want. This way we could keep those numbers cranking, right? Tickle that algorithm and grow this conversation. Double tap that screen if you're interested in what we're talking about. You know, it's a conversation of positivity and hope is few and far between. It's I've been thinking a lot lately about some of these people, man. Me and James were talking about it last night. Some of these people that like sit on here and have hundreds of views and they just like rage bait, basically. You got this homeless dude who, with this long, shrilly, weird beard, up teeth that just talks, he begs for money. And then when he gets a hotel and then talks smack or just sits there and stares at his other phone. And there's like hundreds of people on there and I'm like, I wouldn't understand what's going on with that. But then I realized, I guess, through contemplation that it's rage bait, right? People, like James gets on there and this guy frustrates him. So he takes the rage bait and he communicates, right? And that communication tickles the algorithm. The algorithm goes, people like this. Right, because people like to hand the boulder of pain, right? People like to, I guess the thing is to drop that envy, right, for this particular human being, especially, right? He has the time to put to be there every day, which tickles the algorithm, and he also, tickles this weird human need to hand the boulder of pain, especially in a passive way like this, and we don't do that here, We don't do that. We're doing something completely different that isn't as valuable to everybody else or isn't understood as much as handing the boulder of pain because we're used to that. This is, so it's a little bit different. And there's been times where it's picked up, but again, that doesn't matter. The numbers don't matter. The connections, the realness. Let me get caught up. Vac. Vac is there. Everybody send some love, send some hearts to Vac, our English teacher over there about to deal with the savages. Send him a little bit of love. He's got a bunch of teenagers coming in, about to destroy his world and send him into frenzy. I'm almost sure of it. Great guy, Vac. We appreciate you being here. Let's see if that'll do it. Thank you, Vac, for being you, brother. STL has the flu back. I'm okay. I have the flu, but I'm okay. Ugh, man. Sally and Rob just got over that. It's a horrible thing, man. I was kind of feeling achy and groggy before I left. But I'm glad you're here. Glad you're taking care of yourself, Lady Songbird. You too, Vac. Used to die to Israel. I'm not sure what we're talking about. Skull to you is a skull to Israel. I'm not sure what that means there, Ukraine, or we're going to call you UT. What's up with that? What's up with the skulls? What's up with are you condemning us here? Where are you from? What's going on with you? We're just humans trying to do the next right thing in this particular scenario here in St. Louis on our way to, trying to inspire our brothers and sisters to take the leap and do, STL. What are you going over the versus running around? Wonderful lady. Trump and have to go. We don't really talk too much about politics. We'd love to have you here, and you're willing. You can express whatever you feel is important. But more what we chat about is personal growth.
Don't worry what's on my floor mat.
Is taking that. What's up?
I said, don't worry what's on my floor mat.
Yeah, what's on your that puppy over there?
My one when you walk in.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about that last night. It's not a thing. It doesn't matter. Yeah. What matters is your personal growth. I guess it matters just as much as your intimate orientation here, to me, anyway, because that's not what defines you. What defines you is the impact that you decide to make on other human beings. You know what I'm saying? And you're welcome here, and you're welcome to express whatever you feel like you want to express. But UT, I hope that you find a way to set down the boulder of pain, and we appreciate your point of view. I'm sure it's valid in a lot of ways. There's Songbird. Okay, I have to go fix breakfast for the family later. Turtles, slow and steady. Thank you, Lady Songbird. Sally, I hope you enjoyed brekkie. I look forward to being there for you. I might stay here, James, another night. Just been so open and welcoming, and I guess this is a good area to DoorDash. So maybe I can make some, add to that account tonight through doing some door dashing, and another 100 would be great into the account towards the travel fund, because we still have a lot of I guess that's part of the anxiousness of waking up in the car the other night freezing and realizing that I still had 30 hours of driving. It's kind of overwhelming, but I got to take my own advice. Stop worrying about stop worrying about the distance between to where I'm going, and worry about the next step. Take Al's advice and take it one step at a time. Be appreciative and thankful. And in this moment, I'm in a blessed place. The next is bound to be different. The page is going to turn, right? Things are going to be different. To accept that and to move forward, to live into this moment is something that can be beyond me sometimes. But I feel blessed to be able to have that reminder and to be connected with you guys in this moment. No politics. I thought I agreed. I leave it on the streets. Yeah, Lady Songbird. That's kind of where I'm at with politics. It doesn't affect this conversation. It shouldn't affect our coffee in the morning. It tends to, if it didn't enrage people so much, but I'm not trying to, we talk a little bit about spirituality and religion, just that I appreciate a God of your understanding, but that's a touchy one too. I think that one's a little bit more important to chat about, in a very broad way, right? For me and for us here, it's all about a God of your understanding, how Anase's wisdom, of respecting your brothers and sisters and their connection with that God. But yeah, politics don't seem to make much sense to me, discussing them, because of the anger that comes along with it. Yeah, I guess we should have an opinion, and I appreciate that you have one, but yeah. UT, are you Jewish or Christian? Neither. But again, I appreciate both of those, UT. Are you Jewish or Christian? I would consider myself open and spiritual. The core of my belief structure, I lies with the traditional teachings, because my father figure was a great Native American man who embodied walking softly. And I do my best, despite the fact that I'm a sucking white guy, to kind of follow his lead, right? And to appreciate a God of your understanding, and to walk softly on Mother Earth and be appreciative. And I don't say, I don't want to speak because I know. I speak because I'm seeking, right? And I implore you to do the same. Do you have snow in St. Louis? There is no snow in St. Louis. It's a little chilly this morning. It rained a bit last night, but no snow. No snow here in St. Louis. Oh, God. Again, slow and steady, nice and easy. Yeah. I think a little day of adventuring around, some good eats, some checking out St. Louis, and some afternoon spark driving might be on the agenda. One more night in a comfy bed before we jump off, and lunge on the next 30 hours of driving. Someone asked where exactly we're headed next. Stuff. We appreciate your opinion. I am making scrambled eggs. That sounds good. Me and James were talking about.
No, I'm taking you to breakfast.
We're going to get some brekkie here soon, so I'll give it another 10 to 15 minutes. Make sure that we get a chance to say hi to everybody. Make sure everybody knows that I'm safe, and help remind myself so I can stay in this moment. Right, this moment that's fleeting. It will pass. This beautiful understanding of acceptance and appreciation won't always be there, but this moment is a beautiful one because we're sharing it together. And I can realize that I'm in my right mind, and I can be thankful, and I can hold on to it while letting go, is a gift that I haven't been able to really embody in a long time. It's what I've been praying for. It's what I've been asking Creator for a long time. Help me find a way back to that moment where I flow with the river of life. Help me. I've been praying for that veil of pain and anguish to to be pulled off my eyes so that I can see the truth again. And I feel like I'm in that truth. And a lot of that has to do with you guys here. A huge part of that has to do with James and his amazing wife for inviting me into their home and having faith that some random guy on the internet that you've been chatting with, I guess pen pal kind of status for the last couple of years. First of all, I would appreciate that. And secondly, this little guy, look at that. I can't get over how chunky you are. Look at him. He's so excited. He's so excited. Anyway, he's got some cool little puppies. And yeah, feeling blessed this morning. Beyond words. I am scrambling eggs, he says. It's nice to have a good homemade cup of coffee that I didn't have to brew in my car. It's nice to have this conversation. And I think the topic is perfect today, right? Understanding that the page will turn either way. I have 1-bedroom apartment at the North Star Friends on the couch. I've slept on plenty of couches, and it's nice that you open that couch. When I go to Sally's here in the next couple of days, I'll spend a couple of days there in Murray on the couch. And, it's not about where you're sleeping. It's about the bubble that you're in, could be in the most comfortable bed in the world and not feel at home. I could be so far from my quote unquote home, and I could sleep on a couch here and feel more at home than I felt in a long time because of the open door, because of the love and compassion and the caring nature that these amazing people are showing me. Blessed beyond words. And if you're not feeling that today, I implore you to give thanks and to start small. Laura, go see the Samuel Couple house. What is Samuel? Who's Samuel Couples? Who's Sam? You know who Samuel Couples is? He's got a house in St. Louis. He said, I don't know. So Laura says, go see the Samuel Couples house.
We'll probably have to look it up.
Is this like a mansion or something?
This is where the real exorcist happened.
Okay.
So the exorcist house is in St. Louis.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either. The exorcist house is in St. Louis.
Yeah, that's just scary.
Well, maybe we're going to see the sites. I'm going to take some videos, and then, on my time, I'm going to make some shorts, and we're going to start adding to that. I got a couple ideas for some shorts I'd like to start breaking that barrier again. We got a month, right? We got a month to do this together before real life has to hit again, and I won't have the time to do it. So I'm going to enjoy our time together. Beautiful old home. It's a beautiful old home, she says. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of beautiful old Victorians around here, beautiful new homes in this area, but we'll have to Google it. Maybe we'll drive by and check it out. Yeah, slow and steady today. Nice and easy. Scott, if you're out there listening sometime in the future and you're struggling in that dark place and you're looking for a sense of peace and you reached back into the archives and you found this moment, it's going to be okay. I know it might not feel that way for some of you out there. I know at times it doesn't feel that way for me. It feels like it'll never be okay. And I pray not to wake up. I don't want to go on. I can't stand one more second of being on fire. And that's a horrible place. But I implore you to hold on. There's somebody out there who loves you. There's somebody out there that misses you. There's someone out there that wants to be around you. You might not even have met them yet. And you might meet that person in the most strange and amazing way, as I've met James, right? Through this avenue, this co-host, this monitor that's become a close friend. Please pray for my friend passing. You will send love to your friend on their journey, Laura. Thank you for bringing that up. To your friend on their journey, may it be quick. May they realize what this world was trying to teach them, and may their heart be light as a feather so they can transition from this world to the next. May your friend find peace in the transition out of this flesh and into the spirit world. And may they find love and connection with the God of their understanding on their journey. May we all take today and reflect on the blessings of life that we've been given and the lessons that are laid out before us, because the God of your understanding is going to speak to you today. You just might not, it's not going to be in words. It's going to be the way that the world plays out before you. And may you be of clear heart and mind to see that so that you can gain the lessons for today. So when your time comes, your heart can be light as a feather and you can make that transition from this world to the next. May you not get wrapped up in the expectations that the world sets on you. May your friend be able to drop those expectations so that she can find her place in the fertile hunting ground and be at peace. And may those lessons come clear, and may we absorb the beauty that a God of your understanding is trying to show us. Let us find a sense of peace together through reflection, understanding, love, and acceptance, despite what we think it should be, right? Despite what the world sees as valuable, despite what we think this space should be. It's exactly what it should be, and we're blessed to be in it together. Knob Hill Apartments caught fire. That's absolutely horrible. I pray for them as well. But yeah, we're gonna get out of here in just a minute. Me and James got to go get some brekkie. We got to go check out the city. We're gonna have a nice day, relaxing and hanging out. And I think another day here in St. Louis isn't a bad idea. We still got about 30 of them to hit to take California if we can get a few days out there. Like I said, it's not about the destination; it's about the journey. It's about accepting where you are, and make that decision with every step. Have a tentative plan, and then allow that to kind of to morph and change as needed, right? We were hoping to go to Sally's first and to be there, but they were sick. We're not sure about, where we were headed next, and the door opened to come see our brother James, and, walk through that door that a God of your understanding is opening today. Walk through that door with confidence and love, knowing that you might not know exactly where you're headed, but you're going to be taken exactly where you need to be. And that's a hard one, right? Because we need to drive the bus. We need to drive the bus. I need to drive the bus. I need to be in control. I need to know where we're going so I can feel safe. I need to know that everything's going to be all right because I'm in control. And that control is an illusion. None of us have control over this place. None of us truly have control over where we're going. It's I believe that there's a greater divine plan that's beyond our wildest expectations and understandings. And when we let go, when we flow with the river of life and stop fighting it, determined with what we think should be, we find ourselves in the most amazing places, right? Look where I'm at. I'm in St. Louis with a friend, 1,000 miles away from quote unquote home, in a place that I feel comforted and loved, sleeping well, better than I've slept in months, surrounded by friends with open arms. And that's because I took the leap. I implore you to take the leap today. We're going to give it another minute and a half, 2.5 minutes. We're at 50 minutes. We're going to check out. Please express yourself. Any advice, any quotes on turning the page, anybody out there struggling to push forward, you're welcome here. If you decide to subscribe, become a member of the Turtle Herd, join the adventure. This one particularly is an interesting one as I put myself to the test. Let me know if you believe that
don't give up on everybody.
Damn straight, James.
Everybody's like, I don't trust nobody. You gotta trust somebody.
Somebody, right? And that's something that Gaiman was talking about the other day, is not being able to trust anybody ever. But it's like, if you're so worried about getting burned that you don't let anybody in, you'll never end up where me and James are in this moment, right? And I appreciate that wisdom, James. That's beautiful. Yeah. Because if I didn't take the leap, if he didn't trust me, if I didn't trust him, we wouldn't be here right now. I'd be sitting in my car questioning reality.
They think I'm crazy.
Yeah, we're definitely crazy.
They think I'm crazy.
Yeah. Well, I think they know we're crazy. That's why they're around, brother.
Who do you have over?
And I get that. Yeah, the people in my life think I'm crazy too. Where are you going? What are you doing? You know that guy?
We're not getting diddied, are we?
Yeah, right. You're not getting diddied, but here's the thing, and it's not always going to work out great, but I feel blessed. This is three, right? This is three amazing connections in different ways with amazing human beings. Scott W. in Ohio, parked next to him in a parking lot for a few days, pushing forward, living that life. Crank in his backwoods adventures that we had there at his house, and then visiting him down when he moved to southern Georgia, in his upgrade. And his two beautiful children, and now here with James, all through taking the leap and taking James's advice, and saying yes to life, but also, with a grain of salt, but for face value, like we always say, like, Hawanases, great wisdom was to be opened to caring for people, but don't be ignorant that you might not get hurt. And if you do get hurt, you get fucked over, it's okay. Because he might have gotten, Hawanase especially got over a handful of times, without a doubt. But if he didn't keep being who he was, he wouldn't have took care of this sucking white guy the way he did, and my life wouldn't be what it is. So take in his honor, and the understanding that life is worth living and the page will turn. Get up and do something different with your day, and know that through the fear is freedom. Even if getting up and having a glass of water is what you're doing. Even if getting up and pacing back and forth in your living room is the change you make. Even if maybe going to Walmart and getting some L-theanine because you're stressed out. This herbal medicine, might help to regulate and allow your brain to produce what it needs to produce to be well. Even if that means calling someone that you haven't talked to in a long time and letting them know you love them, just because you've decided that it's time, and you're not going to allow fear and the question marks of they're busy or this or that or whatever whisper pops into your mind that stops you from doing it. And then commend yourself for doing that. I called my nephew's mother. She didn't answer the phone. I called her mother, and we had a nice long conversation. And when she answered the phone, she was in tears on the way here. She was having a really rough day, and it was perfect timing because I was able to help her find a way back out of that painful place and reflect on the beauty in this world. And she was able to help me find value in who I was through the lessons I've learned, right? Sharing the lessons that we've been giving, make them real. And January is a blessing in my life that I haven't talked to in a long time because I don't reach out. Well, it's time to start reaching out. It's time to take that leap, not only on other people, but first on ourselves, right? Gamble on yourself, right? And if you don't think it's possible to travel across the country on $100, download the DoorDash app and get a gym membership at Planet Fitness and jump in your POS car. I recommend that you get AAA. I didn't have it for the first couple of adventures, and it made things interesting. But if you got the extra $100, I recommend doing that. And I recommend start saying yes to life today. To all my friends, compadres, and new family, and brothers and sisters from the island of Misfit Toys out there in YouTube land, thank you for coming in today. Thank you for double tapping that screen. If you're a new subscriber, a new member of the Turtle Herd, you are loved, appreciated, and welcomed, good, bad, or indifferent, no matter how you're doing today. No matter how you feel is accepted, you're in the right place. With open, honest communication, we move forward, and you're not always going to feel comfortable. There was a party yesterday I felt really anxious, but I took a deep breath, and I didn't allow that to determine my next move. I didn't just get up and run because I was feeling weird. I almost did, but you have to say no to that whisper, and you have to figure out a way to say yes to life. And I know that can be almost impossible. And I'm here to tell you that it's not some huge leap. The first step that you take isn't going to be this beyond your wildest expectations adventure from New York to California on $100. It's going to be drinking a glass of water. It's going to be reaching out to someone you love. It's going to be saying yes to getting up and getting moving, no matter how much you don't want to. And sometimes it's going to be just laying there, because that depression means you need deep rest. Depression is the need for deep rest. If you got to lay there a week, a month, a year, you do what you got to do without judgment. But eventually I recommend you start somewhere so that you could find yourself back to a place of peace, because you deserve to be there whether you believe it or not. I believe that wholeheartedly, because in this moment I feel blessed, I feel appreciative, and I feel loved and accepted in a way that I haven't felt in a long time, because I took that leap, and I implore you to do the same. With that being said, we got to get moving. My tummy's rumbling. Some brekkie sounds good. A little adventure around St. Louis sounds amazing. I'll take some videos, and we'll chat again tomorrow morning. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'll probably still be here tomorrow, but I'll let you know how today goes. I'll let you know how the door dashing goes later on this evening. I'll let you know what cool stuff we find along the way tomorrow. Until then, stay positive out there in YouTube land. Hold on to the fact that the page will turn, good, bad, or indifferent, and tell someone you love them, because it might be your last chance. Tomorrow's not guaranteed to any of us. And with that being said, another big special thanks to James allowing me into his home and making me feel safe and loved and at home and at peace for the first time in a while. Keep doing the next right thing out there, and I'll catch you soon. I'm off like a herd of turtles, my friends and compadres.